Assalamu alaikum. My name is Awal Husseini. I'm the host of the Halal Food Podcast. In this episode, we are interacting with His Excellency Brother Ihsan Ovut from SMIIC. SMIIC is headquartered in Turkey. So Brother Ihsan is going to be explaining what SMIIC stands for, who can become members of SMIIC, and who can use their standards. So we will focus on challenges of standardization and how SMIIC can improve the process of certification and standardization globally. So without further ado, I would like to invite Brother Ihsan to come in and introduce himself and the organization that he represents. Brother Ihsan.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
First of all, I'm glad to join this podcast for this, and thank you for your kind invitation, Brother Awal. So, who is Ihsan Ovut? I am Secretary General of SMIIC since 2014. I'm studied in international relations at university and have experience standardization field more than 30 years. I'm working in halal standards and related sectors, starting from 2005, nearly 17 years, to try to do our best for Ummah, together with our brothers and sisters and professionals like you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you. As I said, it's a pleasure to have you on this podcast. So, Brother Ihsan, what many people would really want to know is, what does SMIIC stand for? What is the meaning of SMIIC?
Yes, when we ask a short question, what is SMIIC? SMIIC is a short name of Standards and Metrology Institute for Islamic Countries, which was established in 2010 officially. SMIIC is an intergovernmental organization, and as well as an OIC institution, has been given task to develop standards, all type standards, but our priority is work on halal standards and related issues for all OIC countries and for Ummah, and to achieving in uniformity in metrology. What metrology means? Science of measurement. Not maybe some technical person is well known, but publicly not well known. Metrology, not meteorology.
Yeah.
For testing facilities, and the new trend, accreditation and conformity assessment means certification activities among OIC member states and for all over the world. SMIIC, as this year, 2020, has 46 member states from different continents, and our institution is headquartered in Istanbul, Turkey.
Yeah.
This is shortly SMIIC. If you give me, I want to main activities of objective of SMIIC, I can also shortly inform.
Yeah.
SMIIC is the only competent body of the OIC for standards that I mentioned before, said metrology and accreditation issues. Developing halal standard is not only work of SMIIC, yet special focus is given to the halal subject. Standardization system is in SMIIC is pretty much same with other international practices applied, like international practices, well-known ISO, etc. Same method we are using. SMIIC has a professional organization structure having organs for all necessary, especially technical issues. Within SMIIC, we have 16, 10 plus another special committee for certification activities. Totally 17 committees we have. Each committee has its own title, scope, business plan, work program, and we have various halal projects within these committees that are studied by both technically and Islamic experts. And for Islamic rules in developing standards, International Islamic Academy of the OIC is our main partner, as well as an important liaison to relevant all technical committees. For SMIIC, halal is more than a mark or a logo.
Yeah.
Halalness in SMIIC like a science, and it requires standards and expertise. Its consistency depends on the accuracy of test methods as well as knowledge. Standards have always accompanied us, facilitate our work, and give us a better environment to live, and will certainly make things better for halal shop as well. Still now, SMIC has published 17 standards on various halal subjects, such as food, cosmetics, tourism, conformity assessment, certification means, animal skin and bone, supply chain, management system, halal management system, gelatin, food additives, etc. There are also ongoing projects on halal, like animal feeding stuff, pharmaceuticals, as well as test methods. All these topics require specific expertise and resources and cannot be useful if published by only a country. Apart from developing standards, SMIC organizes capacity building also activities for its members, especially for those who do not have quality infrastructure, means they don't have enough facility for standardization for certification. We helping them. This is a short SMIC. If
Thank
we
you.
explain
Thank
what is SMIC.
Yeah, thank you very much, brother Ihsan. So in your submission, you've mentioned time and time again OIC countries. There may be people listening to this podcast who do not understand what OIC is. What does
Yes.
OIC stand for, and who are OIC countries? Which countries? Yeah.
OIC is the second largest intergovernmental organization after the United Nations. Is a union of the Islamic countries. Mean name of this country is majority Muslim are living, like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Cameroon, from Cameroon to Malaysia, not religious perspective.
Yeah.
Majority Muslim are living there. More than for them, some country we have 40% Muslim, some country we have 80% Muslim. It's about populations, not religious aspect. OIC is as intergovernmental is located in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Like United Nations, OIC has many subsidiary organs, specialized affiliate institution. We are one of them. OIC is like umbrella organization. From South America to Europe, Africa, Asia, OIC has 57 member states, and all SMIC member also OIC member states. And the OIC member states can be the SMIC members. This is short.
Yeah, that is an excellent submission there. Also, you did mention you've got 17 committees. How
Yes.
do you select your members? Can anybody just, if somebody has got the expertise in pharmaceutical, in food, in anything, can they just apply to it? Or do you have to go through certain scrutiny before you admit people into the committees?
Or each committee, like international organization, is open to all member states first.
Okay.
But each committee also can have a all expert all over the world. If you have a researcher, scientist, if you're living in America, in England, any country, Germany, you can be invited and work in the committee as experts. But in the committees, as naturally, in the end of the day, country has voice. But cooking the meal, we are together, preparing the meal, and the eating time also we will eat meal together.
Alhamdulillah, that is great. That is great. Now let's move to standardization.
Yes.
So the OIC, the SMIIC do produce standards. So I am speaking to you from the UK, and there are so many companies in the UK that is looking to export to Turkey and to other OIC countries. Do you have a standard that outlines what is acceptable and what is not acceptable during halal? If yes, how can people find those standards?
Yeah, this is for me the main question is this. Some people say why we don't have global standards, and in the next 5 years, 10 years, what will be there will be any unified system or not? This is uh, general question every time we are facing, and sometimes not easy to answer because we don't have a like a spiritual things and say this, do this, and it is doing not easy because this is, we are talking about countries, we are talking about the rules, we are sometimes we are talking we are have kings, we have the many regulation of the countries, and sometimes some of our friends and or brothers want to be leaders. Is this is a big this is a real this is a main question is this: what to be unified and standard, what is standard? Sometimes we have to answer this question, and actually this question is good and bit problematic because
yeah,
we have for in SMIC, in SMIC we already have global standards since 2011. But standards naturally is a voluntary document. You cannot impose a standard to other countries directly use it. How they will use it? Via systems. Systems are bring the sometimes the technical documents as a mandatories, like compulsories. Whereas in the European system, standardization is voluntary. It could not be compulsory. But
yeah,
via directives, all standards automatically you have to follow the all standards because the for safety of the our safety of our life, for our environment, for everything, you have to use standards. But in halal, it's not easy because another things is coming because religious perspective, sometimes mazhab, sometimes regional approach, and sometimes in some countries, some religious group very strong. They are manipulated the whole country. Not easy to change the face to unification. But in SMIC, in YC, this we have a history. In 2008, we start to uh, develop a single stand for all Ummah, all OIC first, and then for Ummah. More than nearly 40 countries studied on this document.
wow,
Three main documents were prepared at that time, and then these standards sent all over the world. But in all platform, in nearly for me it's 8 years, especially, I'm trying to explain this situation. A standard-based halal certification system has relatively short history. Not we don't have a long history. Because we have halal history in many years, but
mhm,
standard-based system is a new. Yeah, nearly 18 years. Officially started in Malaysia 2004. They published the first standards as a technical document
yeah,
and has gradually expanded other countries. But these all are national. Yeah,
yeah,
in Malaysia and other countries in Africa, they have all have some some things. But while growing as a big industry, there are big some misdoings again. Because each say we have our own standards. Our problem start here. What is standards? Because most of halal certified in the world use guidelines, rules, which are content cannot be. For us, it's not standards. Standards, different thing. Because this document, they do not fulfill the basic requirements of standard development. They changing daily by the owner of the company, by the uh, by the boss. This document which reflects and needs a joint fatwas only sometimes in this document we cannot say standards. They reflect the local problem as a fatwas. This is
yeah,
not Islam. This is their local understanding. Sometimes they are using their tradition as a religious tradition. Your tradition, in this region, you have a history. This is your tradition. This is not Islamic. Islam is in the Holy Book, Quran and Sunnah. It's
no,
limited.
no,
And then we have to have fatwas by scholar, not by our imams. Imam is just does a follower. This is not a real fatwa maker is different.
yeah,
Uh, these are this causes the existence of many standards and block the activity among countries. When you look now, we have a block system. You want to go this country, you have to follow this. This country follow this one. This country follow. What will do? In Europe, if you want to, for example, send a halal products as halal to a country, you have to follow more than 8 rules of different countries. This is all problematic.
Yeah.
Why? Why this? Because of the some group or some country want to they insist their own understanding. That when in reality there is no radical change among them. When you look the details, majority are same, just different explanation. And halal issues for us needs professionally developed standards. And
Yeah.
the standards means all stakeholders. If I prepare a document, you, me, other, and manufacturers, certifiers, join together and decide and think all global, not only a region. Products, because if you give us any bottle or any type of packaged product to country for people, it product will travel all over the world. You have to concern the all needs all over the world. Not for the Muslim also, halal for all humanity, all humankind.
Yeah.
Because not for us. It's hygiene, safe, healthy, everything is bringing it halal. Halal means there is no anything against your body, against your religious iman, and everything is saved. You can say halal. And then that is in the prepared standards, our door are open, all individual, all professional, all organ. If they volunteer, if they want to be. No need invitation. You as a, if you have concern on the halal, you can find. You can join. Oh, no, I'm here. Nobody invited me to instant. I how can I yes, you are interested in working in that document. You
Yeah.
should you have to should show your face, your voice to us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That reason in standardization
Yeah.
without joint international standards, therefore certification, we cannot have a complete structure. There is a big confusion regarding recognition and creation in the world
Yeah.
because we have two double system in the world. Some people are they say I am recognized by this country, X country. I am recognized by this one. No, others say no, I'm accredited according to this standard. No, I'm the best because I'm have double accreditation and recognition. All of they are game for us. Just like they don't have enough knowledge of the uh, rules of the trade and rules of the country. In the world, majority, 99% of halal markets are free. Nobody asks, but everybody is going to recognize by someone, recognized by this one, accredited by this one, pay. Don't pay. Just do your job professionally and give real halal certificate,
Okay.
real controls. With real expert, use the just standard, not company owners, certification bodies owners understanding. Just like an internet system for halal, there is a must the complements of the whole system, which accreditation is essential element of conformity assessment. Conformity assessment means certification bodies. You are checking all products and with all rules. This is very unfortunately, but in the country-based recognition concept was chosen our setting up a professional to over the case. But now it's this recognition out of the date. This time is be more professional, more control, real control, and standard based, single standard based. We have to look. Oh, no, this is for OIC. No, you could not say. You, if we are real, we are serious, our jobs also should be serious, and we have to work and look in the unification. Standardization and certification in all our words, not in halal, is voluntary, as I said before, but it's an added value to the products and services in the world. There is no regulation for use of single standard, because you cannot say each country you have to use my standards. Which system will use your standards?
Yeah.
In the world, many countries make their own rules and spice their preferences. For example, Malaysia start different system. Pakistan and Turkey, they declare they only accept accredited certificates. The other countries give the authority to these all wrong methods.
Okay.
Maybe some of this, yeah, we have to look standard-based system. Standard means this document should be used by everybody. Now in the halal certification sector, everybody use their own certification understanding.
Yeah.
These all countries individually decisions. We are not related to the individual decision of the countries. We are saying back to single standards. Use the single standards. If you want to be serious, if you want to be your product to go to other countries without any barriers, you have to use single standard, promote single standard, OIC SMIC standards.
Yeah.
As a going to result of this question, I will point out that we have SMIC and professionally developed consensus-based standards, because our standards are developing by the countries. In each committee, we have more than 15, 20 to 40, nearly 40 countries in some committees working. They are developing standard. They are discussing after the many years discussing. Standards are preparing and publishing. I say in the system there is not unified system for halal, but not at the beginning, but at the end there is a result of hard work of all countries, all members. Members during work they put forth great efforts in technical committees while working the standard. Every year to speed up the work, we are trying to organize each year 2 times this committee meet and discuss all problems of in the sector. As I said before, if you want to use together in the kitchen, the standards are prepared. We have to a smooth preference process conducted by experts of discussed issues. When it comes to serving our meal, we have to also a good information system within SMIIC to share some for use of our members, as well as we are have online sales system and global purchase. They are open. Then the standard cannot be changed easily after the adoption. But in the now it's in the sector, owner of the CBs change their understanding. For stunning, they say stunning can be used, and next month you say no, stunning is very dangerous because majority don't want a stunning for chicken, etc. No, mechanical slaughtering is good. No, it's dangerous because this is you cannot say. You need scientific research.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Some people against stunning is without any things. We have to go scientifically. If we are against, we have to find. Yes, we all Muslims are against stunning.
Yeah.
No. We have some people. No. This issue is close. In Quran and if you have reason, you can say. But if scientifically they showed us birds are not dying, you cannot say not halal. But if there is suspect or shubha, okay, you cannot use it. But how we will be sure with scientific, with technical research? We have to wait the end of the this research. Still now in Saudi and Turkey, many people are researching. Universities are researching. We are still waiting. In this time for SMIIC, before originally from Malaysia, we brought to SMIIC, it was conditionally permitted, conditionally. You have to be assurance, etc. Now we leave from this document. We have to wait a fatwa from all mazhab together, joint fatwa, not mazhab Shafi or Maliki or another mazhabs fatwa. Joint fatwa. If they all mazhab say okay, no problem, it can be used, and then we will reflect standards again. Our standard adopted by all member states. Although there are assigned experts, technical committee meetings, agree on published standard by voting, not by we have official really rule by country level, and this balloting is we calculate majority. In majority means more than 80% or 75% should be agree on. Okay, we as I said in this summarize, So we have a single halal standard, but we're not receiving enough support for its adoption using. It seems that it is beyond our control because we are intergovernmental organization. We are not control the market of the members or others. We always invite member states to adapt or to use. Sometimes they don't have to be adapt, but they can use it. Why SMIC standards, and we observe they are seeing the drawback of the current system and still want to insist their current system and counter heading towards using our standard, especially after agitation activities. Still, they're very slowly. We are waiting. To sum up, there are two big challenges to halal. First, one is not adapting and using, or sometimes still they are not using, but slowly starting. Second is not giving priority to accreditation. They still want to protect their own recognition system, like Malaysian, Indonesian, some countries still insist on recognition. This is not good for us. We have to back to one standards to reality and like other in all sectors and have an accreditation. But accreditation means government support, government control to the system. Recently, as a new things, OIC, Global Halal Quality Infrastructure, as a new term, system was established and approved by the SMIIC members. This system has the same actors and framework as an international quality infrastructure. In the upcoming period, we expect that accreditation of halal will gain momentum through multilateral arrangement or agreements of national authorized halal accreditation bodies. SMIIC provide all necessary infrastructure for development and maintenance of ISM standards. There is only one way to move forward. Member states will stop their national approach and adapt or use OIC SMIIC standard, because OIC has these standards, not SMIIC, not me, not Turkey, in order to take step for establish OIC global quality infrastructure, which is in stand for Muslim and all humankind. If countries would insist on their national system, this will only withhold us from reaching this goal, for unification.
Okay. Thank you very much, Brother Ihsan. You mentioned something that is very critical and very important. You did say that halal standards are voluntary standards, which is great. Well, not just halal standards, sorry. Standards are voluntary, not compulsory. You also mentioned the fact that there are several halal certifiers in the world, and many of them produce documents which they call standards. But in reality, these are not standards. And they do issue, look, in Europe, we've got so many certifiers that issue fatwa for products, for processes like gas tunnel, penetrative captive bolt. These are of grave concern to people who understand what these things mean. Now, as SMIIC, how do you discourage certifiers from issuing these multiple standards and fatwa that is not actually fatwa, that is issued by imams or just imams? How do you discourage them from doing that?
Actually, we are looking like a standard, seeing standard like a guide, not as a holy document. Holy is our books, read the Quran. Holy is our Sunnah. Holy is also by I am holy because I'm created by Allah. Standards developed by me is in my hand, documents. But in OIC institution, IAF, International Islamic Academy, has a fatwa. Fatwa is clear. Only electrical shock can be used. The other all type methods is not halal. Gas or gun or another methods, all forbidden. Only electrical shock, but very, very low voltage. Very, very low voltage. After a few minutes, seconds, any animal should walk and be turned back to real life. For big animal, no problem, because majority all mazhabs agree for the electric shock. Just for bird, for chicken, still fatwa is not finalized. For example, in the last June, there was a meeting in Jeddah. I attended also. All over the world, experts, religious experts, and technical experts, scientific experts, invited. All during 2 days, they showed us experience about shocking, electric stunning, and then the majority says it should be free. But still, some groups, some friends, anti-stunning, but they discussing.
Okay.
But only electric shock permitted with very very limited voltage amperes, but other methods is haram for Muslims. We cannot use; it's forbidden. But not easy, because in country like Europe, technical regulation, government regulation is the first, and sometimes we have to avoid eat meat or be careful, because if it's something sub shubha, yeah, we have to be more careful, because if you have awareness about something is some shubha, you could not eat. Yeah, we have to look the alternate. Inshallah, in the future, whole world will be easy for Muslim, can be life, and we have to feed each other with
Yeah.
halal.
Yeah.
Halal and tayyiba is our response, like our type of prey.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. So I work with a lot of meat processors, abattoirs in Europe or in the UK, for instance. But the problem we face is sometimes when you are exporting your products, there are a lot of questions about the way our animals are slaughtered. Mainly, it's normally about halal slaughter. And this is because, as we've just discussed, so many certifiers keeps certifying slaughter methods or stunning methods that are not approved by either SMIIC or other certifiers. What do you think will be your proposal or your suggestion for Europe to improve the image of meat that is produced here? So that if you are in Turkey and I'm sending any products to you in Turkey, you will be happy to consume it. What do you think we need to do differently in Europe?
Yeah, this is the this humanity. Yeah, we have to touch with this group, and then we have to explain the importance of the meat for the Muslim should be separated from non halal stuffs, and for like pig or other uh, about our hygienic rules. We have to explain. We will try. We have to be insist, because this is my life.
Yeah.
My right also. I want to be sure. And for example, if a country not easy to find a real clean plane for the slaughtering, and slaughtering Muslim slaughter sometimes you cannot find, or feeding of animal not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Yani like a jihad, and we have to not easy, but we have to. I don't understand them. This is a type of trade, and if I want to buy meat, halal meat, they can help me also. Normally in the world, I I drink this one, you drink this one. I am a customer. You are selling your products to me, but in some countries, some communities against Islam. They want to fight with your religious. They want to feed you with non halal issues. This is another. This is like enemy. It's not out of our agenda. We friendly, we have to find solutions.
Mm-hmm.
If not easy, we look exports. We are lucky. We are living in Islamic countries.
Yeah.
We can find, but not easy to be living in non-Muslim countries.
Yeah.
Is some place they are against Islam. If they against Islam, they want to feed you with najis, with bad things. And we have to be more careful.
Yeah.
Allah will help us, inshallah. But
Inshallah.
in SMIIC, we are Allah. If you are really to try, we will find an alternate.
Inshallah.
We go place and etc. If we
Inshallah.
are more careful.
Inshallah. Brother Ihsan, look, for you to agree to come on this podcast. From me, I thank you very much, and I believe many people listening to this podcast will benefit a lot. They'll understand what SMIIC is, what you do, and what your ambition is about improving the global halal practices. So what I'm gonna do is maybe I want to keep this podcast as short as possible. Maybe I'll come back to you later, inshallah, so that we can have even further discussion. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to give your final word. What is your final thought? What do you expect halal to be in the next 20 years?
Uh, it is our responsibility
Yeah.
to serve them, to merge them, to all peoples, to all humanity. If we, if I am a facility, in a platform, if I'm a head of some organization, I'm working in Halal Institute or something, I have to do my best. As a SMIIC, we are not working for a country. We are not working for a understanding also. We are here for all humanity. And Allah Ta'ala gives us a chance to look unification and to find solution this problem. Why? Why in all sectors there is a joint understanding of halal. We are still insist on this country understanding, this group understanding. Yeah, yeah, Islam not Islam. Deviation can be any times in the mazhab. We are seeing some small deviation, but they are in practical. They are not in main issues. If we are in main issues, have joint thing. Halal here we talk about product. Product is a product. Product is not our religious. Products created for our surviving, to serve me, not holy than me. Why we are bring another extra barrier on this product to be not travel easily to other countries? We just look halalness and be serious control and with joint methods. Nobody talking about credit card, no one is about a car or another, because each food, each product has their own standards, own rules. In halal is our added value. Added value should be more easily.
So thank you very much, Brother Ihsan. It's been a wonderful time, and you have taken your time to explain all the issues regarding standardization and regarding halal food production in general. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of our listeners and viewers, and hope to be able to interview you in the future so that our listeners and viewers will continue to benefit from your wealth of experience. Thank you very much.